Welcome to part 7 of a complete series that shows how to pronounce in Haitian Creole. In this video, you will learn how to pronounce complete words correctly in Creole. So, you will learn how to pronounce them as close to a native accent as possible. In other words, you will learn how to pronounce them like an actual Haitian would. Now, one thing to always keep in mind is that you must firmly pronounce each sound when pronouncing words in Haitian Creole. This is because Creole is a really phonetic language. Now, if you have not done so already, please see our lessons on pronouncing vowels and consonants in Haitian Creole. Alright, let us first start with this two-syllable word. Beginners with an accent might pronounce this as chapeau, but a more appropriate pronunciation is chapeau. Notice how each syllable or sound is firm and phonetic. Chapeau. What about this word? Also, in this case, beginners with an accent might pronounce this as cabane, but a more appropriate pronunciation is cabane. Notice how each syllable or sound is firm and phonetic. Cabane. And what about this word? Here too, beginners with an accent might pronounce this as songer, but a more appropriate pronunciation is songer. Again, here too, notice how each syllable or sound is firm and phonetic. Songer. So, as long as you know how to pronounce the vowels and consonants, and remember to pronounce each sound firmly, you are good to go. But there are some sounds in Creole that are particularly unique to native speakers. There's a certain way that native speakers or Haitians pronounce them. If you learn to pronounce them the same way, you will speak and read Creole more like a native speaker. Two of these sounds are Z and Tsi, and they are very common. Now let us consider the sound Z. When the Creole letter E appears after the letter D in the form of DI, it is pronounced as Z. To make that Z sound a little easier, imagine saying Z in bids. Now, while it is absolutely fine to pronounce it as D, it is more appropriate to pronounce it as Z for best practice. Doing this allows you to sound more like a native speaker. So, having this in mind, how would you pronounce this word? Beginners with an accent might pronounce this as pedi, but a more appropriate pronunciation is pedi. And don't forget, notice how each syllable or sound is firm and phonetic. Pedi. So, instead of pronouncing the following words like dife, jeudi, maudit, you should pronounce them as dife, jeudi, maudit, and so on. Now let us consider the sound T. When the Creole letter E appears after the letter T in the form of TI, it is pronounced as T. To make that T sound a little easier, imagine saying T in its. While it is absolutely okay to pronounce it as T, it is more appropriate to pronounce it as T for best practice. Doing this allows you to sound more like a native speaker. So, having this in mind, how would you pronounce this word? Beginners with an accent might pronounce it as PT, but a more appropriate pronunciation is PT. And don't forget, notice here too how each syllable or sound is firm and phonetic. PT. So instead of pronouncing the following words like licti, penti, monti, you should pronounce them as Lekti, Petsi, Mati, and so on. Now let us finish by pronouncing this 3-syllable word. If you have an accent, you would probably pronounce this as mercredi. But a more appropriate pronunciation is mercredi. Notice how the letter R or R comes from the throat, and how the last syllable is pronounced as Z. So, mercredi. So, as you can see, it is not hard to pronounce complete words in Haitian Creole. Try your best to pronounce the words firmly, to pronounce DI or DI as Z, to pronounce TI or TI as T, and to pronounce the letter R or R from your throat. Now, this video series was originally intended to be 7 parts, but there is a bonus 8th part to this series. In the next video, you are going to learn how to pronounce contractions and trailing letter sounds in Haitian Creole. We will also be reading complete sentences in Creole. You can find a written version of this lesson at howtocreole.com from the link in the video description. For more videos like this, please subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.